welcome to Fancy Crafts by Tammy. Okay, I am gonna get started. This is what I have decided to use. The cardinals appear when angels are near, and I'm gonna be putting it on this mold here. So I am gonna set it aside. I've mixed up 50 grams of A and 45 grams of B. I'm just mixing it up good. And I think we're pretty good. And I'm going to split it into 2 cups. Okay. I just got to grab myself a baby wipe. And I have chosen to go with the black mica powder in 1 cup. And this white mica powder in the other cup. And I am going to do a few drops of the white alcohol ink as well into the white one. And then I will just mix them really good. And it gives it a nice little pearly looking color. And actually, I put 3 drops of the cherry red alcohol ink in with the black one, just to give it a little bit of a cherry color effect to it, just because of the picture I'm using. And I'm going to add a couple more drops of the red. It'll just give it a little bit of a red color to it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to pour down into the edges. I'll clean up around the edges once I get everything taken care of. Okay, I'm dripping down the side, so I'm going to clean this little mess up because I did get it on the outside and I don't want that sticking. Okay. Oh my, what a mess I am making. Okay, definitely another baby wipe. Wouldn't be crafting if I wasn't making a mess. And I'll just keep pouring until I get it filled up to where I want it. Okay, now I'm going to use this little tool just to push everything over the edge, and then I will clean the rest up with a baby wipe. Okay. And then I'll see where I'm at from there. Pretty simple, and it does not take a lot to clean it up. All right, I'll just add a little more on this side. And that's pretty much it for this step. Just making sure my top is cleaned off with a baby wipe. And then I will be back for the next step of this. I just make sure the top is nice and clean, and then I go from there. And that is it for this process. I got a bubble there. Just trying to make sure I get all my bubbles. Okay, and I will be back. Bye. Okay, hello, welcome back. Okay, this has cured enough on the sides so that I can go ahead and I've tested it, and it's still a little tacky, but it should be fine. I mixed up 75 grams of A and 67 grams of B, and I'm going to just use clear. Now I'm going to just pull this off of here, because this is the one that we're going to be using, like I showed in the first part. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that there's nothing on the bottom of the mold here. And first off, I am just going to get And I'm just going to pour it straight down over. And then I will take this little tool and push out to the sides and get it as leveled as I can get. Okay. All right, so it will take it all. And I'm just gonna scrape as much of it out as I can. Okay. Wipe my drippage off the side of my cup so it's not dripping on my station. And just make sure I've got all of the spots all filled in. Then I'm going to set my little tool aside for a minute and use my little torch. And that's what I have for my little torch. I have something down in there. There, got it. And then my next step is to put this cardinals appear when angels are near. Okay, I'm just going to set it down in. And you can see with this one, it's nice and clear. So you'll be able to tell where your bubbles are and get them worked out of your mold. Alright. And then I will take over top of it and just kind of make sure that there is a little bit of resin on both sides of the sticker. And this also assures that there is no bubbles underneath of it, because that's very important. Okay, now my next step is taking my measuring stick or ruler and measuring. I got to get some things out of my way. So I'm going to measure from the tip of his tail, so it's about 2 1/4, and then we will measure, and it's about 2 1/4 there and 2 1/4 there. So it's actually lined up pretty good. And if it does not cover the top of your mold, that's going to be perfectly okay. But preferably you will, because when you put your other color down, you're going to see through it. All right, now I'm just going to push this up a little because I want it more centered. than what it is. Okay. And then just making sure that it looks straight. I think it is, but I'm just gonna go in and double check. 2 1/4 there. Two and a quarter there. And then about 1 there and about 1 there. So it looks pretty even. Okay. Now I'll just make sure that there are no bubbles underneath and get rid of the bubbles that are on the sides. And wipe my little stick off. And then you can come in gently, go over this with your heat gun again. All right, I've got something in that. And there is a bubble right there that does not want to surface. There. And that's it for this step. Then we'll come in and we'll do the next step and go from there, and I will be back. Talk to you soon. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so I've got 75 grams of A and 67 grams of B. Probably mixed up a little more than what I really needed, but I have another mold that I can use some of this in. And I use just white pigment paste, and I've already started pre-mixing it, and I am going to add a scoop of mica powder. So I'm going to do that just to give it a little bit of shimmer. And I am going to add a little bit of white glitter, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. And then I will just mix it real good. All right, you're not seeing the sparkle from the white very well, so I am going to get another color. I'm going to find hopefully a red in my stash here. And that's what I am looking for. And I found a red, so I will put a little bit of red in there as well. Just to give it a little bit of red to it, since my cardinals have red. And I think that's pretty good. And it looks pretty good. It's very well and mixed. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour on here. And I will level it out. And get it where I need it. I think I did good with choosing the colors. And I will just add a little more to it because I don't want to overflow it. And then I will demold it in the morning. And we'll see what we get out of this. Definitely want this to go right up to the edges. And I am almost there with it. And I have something in it right there. And that is pretty much it. I'll give this a minute to settle and make sure that it's gonna stay and not separate. And there you have it. And then we'll be back in the morning to demold, and I will see you in a few. Bye. Okay. Welcome back. It is set up and ready to be pulled out. Okay, here we go. I will pull it out of its little holder here. It sits down in this little tray. So here we go. I'll loosen up the corners and the sides. It's a pretty easy mold to pull out of. Okay. And there you have it. And then I will just stick it back down in its little tray here for the next time I use it. And then it keeps the mold nice and the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so I got a couple little cleanups to do. I'll just sand the edges later, not a big deal. But here are the edges. And they turned out just the way I wanted them. And let's see, how do I want to flip this? I want to turn it this way. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay. And that's what we have. The sticker I got off Temu is where I have gotten that from. I get all of my stickers off Temu, in case you guys ever wonder. So, anyways, I think it looks pretty good. A little bit of rippling right here because I had to add more to it, but it still does not look that bad. Try focusing in for you guys so you guys can see it a little bit better, but I think it looks pretty good. And that is it. And I will see you back on the next live or next video. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.